If you've ever started a jigsaw puzzle with someone else and realized you puzzle very differently, then this podcast is for you. Hey, I'm Lucy and welcome to Dissectologists. Today I'm talking with Monica from Puzzled About Everything, a creator who has built a joyful puzzle presence alongside her partner and has even taken puzzling to the sea by hosting puzzle events on cruise ships. Ahoy, Monica? Is that be appropriate?
Boy, that works. Thanks for having me.
So I'm really excited to dig in to what puzzling looks like when it's shared and really taken beyond the table. So how did the cruise ship puzzle event thing come about?
So my husband and I, we're retired. So we've always our vacations have been cruising, and now we cruise a little bit more. And I would always bring a puzzle on board. So on sea days, we would sit in the solarium, we would puzzle, and people always come by and we chat a little bit, and they're like, oh, that's so nice. Sometimes people will sit down and puzzle with us. And some point, I just said to my husband, you know what? This would be really good to have a bigger puzzling event on the cruise ship. And first of all, it's a community table. So anyone can come. The puzzle's left out. I come and I bring 30 to 50 different puzzle brands and types. So I bring a plastic puzzle, I bring a cork puzzle, an acrylic puzzle. I also bring family style puzzles. So everyone has a different task when they're building the puzzle on a family style. So for the 8, 9, 10 days or how many days we're puzzling, they've tried all sorts of different puzzles. People are engaged and they're meeting one another. There's a community being built on the cruise ship.
I love what you just said. What do you see puzzles giving people that they might not realize that they need?
They need some calmness.
Is there something specific you notice when you are doing more puzzling with groups of seniors? And I think the reason I ask is the first puzzle I bought, I tried to do with my 90-year-old grandma, and it was a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I wasn't even thinking about age. She hated the puzzle I picked.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
I feel I'm a community puzzler. It's important to me what's going around the table and what's on the table. So I see that a lot. Somebody, they'll come in, they go, oh, I do a 1,000-piece puzzle. I don't bring 1,000. Maybe I bring one. The ones that are popular, they're 300, they're bigger pieces. And all of a sudden they go, oh, I didn't know this was available. I struggle with the 1,000-piece puzzle and this works so much better for me. And I go, well, there's all sorts of different puzzles. When they leave, they go, I forgot I liked puzzling. And when you do a puzzle with a group of people, what's really important, it's not who finishes it, it's who stays.
So, Monica, do you remember the moment when puzzling became your thing and not just something that you did occasionally?
I think puzzling became my thing when my kids left. It was pretty shocking all the time that I had and how empty the house was. And I was like, I can't be blue. I have to find something. So I was like, what did I like to do before kids? And puzzling is something I did. So I picked up a couple, did them on, I still like this. So that's when it really started.
Before you started doing puzzling as an event, what was your relationship with puzzles?
Not much. We puzzled a lot when I had the kid. I have 3 girls, so puzzling was very important. You're spending family time, you're creating memories, you're bonding with them. It's not a distraction with noise, and that was my early puzzling experiences with my children. My husband barely joined in with a puzzle when we would do it. But now he really gets it, and he'll come up and goes, what are we doing today? What puzzle are we doing today? So I've really converted him, and it's been fun puzzling with him.
So maybe there's hope for my husband yet, huh?
I see that all the time, and people at the end of the cruise session will come up to me and they'll say, you got my partner into puzzling. I never thought they'd puzzle with me. There are 2 guys that were traveling together, and they go, here we have another interest activity that we can do together. And I was like, wow. And his partner, I tell you, he was so fickle. They would come down and I'd give them each a puzzle. And his partner was like, no, I'm just here to watch. but he would take one piece and he'd place it for his partner. And by the end, he did do puzzles on his own. And his partner came up to me and goes, "This is great. I never thought I'd get him to do puzzles, but now we have another shared activity for a date night that we could do." And I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
Oh, I love that. And maybe that's not always the case, depending on how competitive you are or controlling. Pointing at myself for that one. But let's talk more about puzzling as a couple, because I do think there's interesting dynamics playing out there, more so than you puzzling with just like a family member or your kids.
Yep.
How did puzzling first become part of that relationship?
So during the pandemic, there was a point where I got inundated with so many puzzles. Like my to-do pile would literally be 30 puzzles deep.
Wow.
And I had to start telling brands, and I'd say, "I'm sorry, I can't puzzle that fast." So my husband was working and he says, "Well, why don't I just pull out the flat edges for you? That will help you out." And that's how it started. And it's a funny story because we do puzzle different. In all of the puzzles that I've built, I have never, ever been able to pull out all the flat edges. My husband can find them one shot every single time. He's just magical at it. So then when we puzzle, he's having difficulty puzzling by shape. Like to watch him, and I go, "I don't understand why you're not getting it. Like it's so easy. Like that has to have 3 arms. Like why are you looking for something with 4 arms? It's not going to fit in there." But he's not the only one that puzzles like that. There's people that can puzzle upside down. They're like, "Oh, I do it all the time when I'm with my partner because somebody has to." I was like, "That's a real gift." There was a wonderful couple on our cruise, and they split the puzzle side by side, and they literally sorted by left and right because they felt that their arms crossed over. I was like, "I've never seen anything like that." And these guys were avid puzzlers. They go, "Best thing that works for us."
Yeah, it's interesting that you talk about the different ways to puzzle, because I'm curious, do you naturally fall into roles when you puzzle together? Is someone a sorter, an edge finder? Are
Yep,
you section claimers?
absolutely. He likes to do the sorting. I'm like, "Go." um, I'm just happy we're spending time together. And the piece count is also something that, as a couple, because he's not comfortable doing 1,000-piece puzzles. That's a lot of work for sorting. I don't mind helping for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but now it's a bigger project. He likes the pieces to be bigger. So if I want to be puzzling with him, that's something I need to be mindful of. So when I'm looking at a puzzle, I'm often thinking about my husband. Nothing too hard because he'll look at it right away. He's like, "Oh, I'm not doing that one."
Has puzzling ever revealed surprising personality traits like patience, competitiveness, perfectionism between you and your husband?
Yes, I'm always surprised when my husband, so if our hands are crossing over, and it's obviously when you're coming to the end, your hands are crossing over. You see the piece, you reach over and you take it and you put it in. And if our hands cross over 5 or 6 times, she's like, "I'm and I'm like, "Why? We're almost done." He goes, "Oh, your hands are in the way. I can't do it." I go, I don't understand that. But he gets frustrated. He wants to do it on his thing. I go, "You're so short tempered. Like so I crossed over to your side. It's okay. It's a puzzle. But I can't work like that." And I was like, "Okay."
Have you ever had to step away from a puzzle for the sake of your relationship?
For that, no, he's the one that walks away, and I just shake my head, and I was like, "I puzzle with so many people. We do this all the time. How do you think speed puzzlers do it? Their hands are all over the board." And he's like, "Well, I'm not a speed puzzler, am I?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Do you think puzzling together has made you guys better collaborators or just better negotiators?
No, collaborators, absolutely. Yeah, because there could be a section on a puzzle, and he goes, "I think you can do that. That's too much for me." We do a lot of collaborating, just like, "Which puzzle would you like to do next?" When we finish a puzzle, we'll sit down. Often, maybe we'll, look at the picture now and go, "Oh, did you notice this detail?" And so we get to talk a little bit more. So I love that talking that we have that collaboration because we're not working. We don't have a lot to talk about. The kids aren't with us anymore. It's like, "How was your day at school? How did the sport event go?" it's nice that we get to talk about our puzzles and we're open to each other's opinion about it.
So, what do you hope someone feels when they finish a puzzle with you? I mean, whether on a cruise ship or not.
I know they walk away happy. When somebody walks in on our cruise puzzling, we have all our puzzles out and they may look at the picture, but I go, no, no, no. I talk to them one-on-one first. I want to know their puzzling skills. Have you done a puzzle recently? And I want to make sure that when they leave, that they are satisfied. Somewhere in the middle of our cruise sessions, they go, Monica, you pick for me. You know what I'm good at and what I can do. I trust you. And I was like, oh, this is great. So their puzzle experience is complete and whole.
Oh, I love that. So hopefully they walk away not just like satisfied, but educated a little bit about
Yeah.
the diversity that is in jigsaw puzzle community.
Yep.
Okay. I end every interview with the same 3 questions, and there are no wrong or right answers here, but I
Okay.
think people do have strong opinions sometimes about these. So,
Ooh. Are we talking AI? Oh my God, please let's not go
oh,
there.
no, not today. Question number 1. What is your favorite puzzle size by piece count?
I like 1,000. My husband likes 300.
I was thinking you were going to say 500, so you surprised me.
I like to challenge myself. I can do more. I can do better.
Okay, question number 2. You are finishing a puzzle and you realize one piece is missing. What do you do?
I call my husband. It's his skill. He's the master. He finds it. We have that carpet that's too busy. And he always, again, it's like finding the edges. I can't find it. And he's like, here it is. He's the master.
I'm picturing him on like with a flashlight
All
down on the
fours.
floor.
Yep. I've taken pictures of him and I go, this is his job. This is his superpower, finding that missing piece.
That's more of the collaboration between you guys and the puzzling. That's so funny. Okay, Monica, you open a new puzzle and some of the pieces are stuck together. Do you leave them assembled or do you pull them apart and mix them in?
Depends on the piece count and how hard the image is. Or if the image looks really hard, damn straight on keeping them together. Okay.
I think that's so funny. So I borrowed a puzzle from my sister the other day and I ran across a couple of puzzle pieces that clearly from the factory were still stuck together on like the corner. And now she had told me that they've done this puzzle like 7 or 8 times as a family. And I thought, every time they've kept this together and I'm a separator, I left that together because I just thought every time they do that, they leave that piece together.
Well, I think that's probably the favorite piece who finds that. Oh, I found the one that's stuck together. It's just like finding the logo, a whimsy logo in a wood puzzle. It's like, oh, I'm the one that found it. It's a little treasure hunt. But I think that sounds like a special puzzle piece at this point.
Oh, man. Well, Monica, thank you so much for spending time with me today.
It was wonderful being here, and I love what you're doing. I love how you're pulling the puzzle community together and that they're learning new things and that you really have quite a variety of topics that you're covering. So kudos to you. Good luck.
And to everyone listening, however you puzzle and however you solve, don't forget that you're doing it the right way.